Sweet. All right, everyone, and welcome to another quarantine theater reading. This night we will be doing Ocean's 8, a delightfully fun movie. So, with us tonight, first and foremost, is our scene description, which will be read by Amy. Thank you for leading us through all of this. As Debbie Ocean, we've got Megan. Her partner in crime will be played Lou, which is Kate. It's Kate in the script. So if you hear someone say Kate, it means Lou. It's Kate Blanchett's character is going to be Chelsea. If you haven't already can't tell because she kind of looks like her. Corey is going to be joining us as the gorgeous Daphne Kruger. I will be your Rose Weil. Thank you. I'll do my best, Helena. George is joining us, and he will be our Amita this evening. We also have Molly. She's going to be our nine ball, so she's going to bring her best Rihanna. Woo woo. Jeremy is with us. Welcome, Jeremy. Jeremy's going to be our Constance Lum, Aquafina. Then we also have Michael with us. Michael's going to be, we're all playing multiple characters. Michael's going to be our Tammy. And then we also have got Kate with us. Kate is going to be our Claude Becker. And she's going to be several other characters as well. We have Travis. He's going to be our John Fraser. So our little, our very own James Corden right here, right now. Did I miss anybody? I got everyone, right? Yes. I'm sorry. See, Kate, I got you this time. I didn't forget. I love you. All right. So without further ado, Amy, take us away.
All right. Ocean's 8. Exterior, Nichols Women's Prison Day. Early spring, sparse moments of green against the sterile gray of the correctional facility. Straining against the bleakness, small flowers start to bloom. The gate clinks open. Debbie Ocean, 40s, impossibly chic for having just done a stint in the slammer. Suit pressed, hair shiny, struts out. Her gait suggests an unpleasant, if not untenable, sojourn. She greets the world as if it's been waiting for her, allowing herself a moment of digestion. Her posture relaxes, she exhales, she closes her eyes. She hears before she sees the waiting engine of a classic Mercedes, 55, baby blue. Linus drapes a single hand on the steering wheel, but it's a forced nonchalance that could never come close to its owner. Danny Ocean Light.
Dip. Dip. Where are you going?
I have $35, Linus. I can go wherever I want.
I'll give you a ride.
He left you his car?
No, well, he knew I loved it.
That's not the same thing.
He would have wanted me to drive it.
She rolls her eyes, hot day. Long way to walk. Deb slows, so does Linus. He revs the car in neutral.
Don't do that, okay?
Sure.
She crosses to the passenger side and climbs in. Interior, car, driving, 10 minutes later.
When's the funeral?
Tomorrow at noon.
Where?
Really nice place. Queens.
Linus changes lanes, starts moving over toward the right.
Where are you going?
I-95.
Why?
We thought it might be a good idea to see your folks.
Who thought?
You know,
11 of you?
10 Rusties in England.
Debbie reaches out and jerks the wheel, crossing 2 lanes of traffic. They head toward New York.
That is dangerous.
We're going to Manhattan.
They're not going to like that.
Anything else they want?
As a matter of fact, yes.
What?
Soul wants to tell you.
God damn it, Linus.
He left you a note.
Danny did? Let me see it.
Well, that's just it. In the confusion with him passing and clearing out the effects, cause we're the only ones who have to deal with the effects.
Where's the note?
We're not sure.
You lost it?
It'll turn up.
You lost my dead brother's note to me.
I know what it said. It said he doesn't want you to do it.
Do what?
The job.
You know about that?
Well, not exactly, but the way he was talking, it sounded pretty clear.
Jesus Christ.
He was worried about you, Dad. He doesn't want you to go back to, you know.
They have come to a stop on the George Washington Bridge, and all at once, Deb flings open the door. She steps out into bumper-to-bumper traffic heading toward Manhattan, leaving Linus stuck in the car.
Deb, wait, please.
Cut to exterior New York City afternoon. Teeming city life, blur and shocks of color. Seoul, later, come to life in a modern context. Interior Bergdorf's day. Debbie approaches the cosmetics counter. The salesperson is consumed with the costumer. Debbie subtly grabs a few bottles of face cream and continues looking, developing an air of impatience. Once the salesperson finishes.
Excuse me, I'd like to return these.
Of course. Do you have your receipt?
No, but they're unopened. Haven't been touched.
I can't accept a return without a receipt.
They're sealed, brand new.
I understand that, but we have a strict return policy and cannot accept.
This is ridiculous. I bought them a week ago.
Ma'am, I need a receipt.
Fine. I'll keep them. Jesus. Can I at least get a bag to carry it all?
As the salesperson hands her a bag with a curt smile. Cut to exterior Plaza Hotel later. Debbie approaches with a Bergdorf's bag full of products, bubble bath, face cream, lotion, wearing an obviously stolen pair of sunglasses. Interior Plaza Hotel lobby. A buzz around the reception desk. A clerk is checking out a couple in their early 40s. They have rolling luggage and a computer case.
We're checking out.
Oh,
We're checking out of room 2814, Jeffrey Crandall.
Different angle. Around the corner at reception desk, Debbie lurks pretending to read a brochure.
certainly, Mr. Crandall. We hope you had a pleasant stay.
Terrific.
My name is Monica. If there's anything else I can do or arrange transportation,
I think we're all set.
thank you for staying with us.
Debbie glances up as the couple wheels their luggage toward the door. Exterior sidewalk, the Crandalls climb into an Uber headed towards JFK. Interior lobby, Debbie lounges back in a large overstuffed chair.
Hi, this is Miss Crandall. We just checked out of 2814. Can I speak to Monica, please? Oh, hi, Monica. Thanks so much. Something has come up and we're going to need the room for another night. Oh, bless you. We're just going to grab a quick bite. Can you get the maid in there now? Thanks.
Cut to interior hallway plaza continuous. The elevator door opens. Debbie steps out, spots the maid's cart. Bingo. She heads off towards 2814. Interior hotel plaza continuous. The maid fixes pillows. She looks up as Debbie enters.
Hi, sorry. Can you just finish this later? I've just got to get off my feet.
Of course, sorry.
She gathers the rest of her things and hurries towards the door.
Wait,
She crosses the maid's cart and grabs a handful of chocolates. Interior bathroom hotel room, plaza, later. Debbie luxuriates in a bath with all of New York out, a huge picture window beside her. The lights glisten. The planes glide by. She sinks a little lower in the warm water. Closes her eyes. Cut to interior trendy club night. Kate, late 30s, dressed in all black at a landing, hovering over her club. It's packed with kids in sweat. She glances over at the bar. Female bartender is pouring Grey Goose into a tumbler. She catches Kate's eye, who shakes her head. The woman, chastised, replaces the Grey Goose and grabs a bottle of Well vodka. Moving with Kate, she scans the floor. Hormones and sweat. In the far corner, LeBron James is towering above the throng dancing. Kate descends the stairs and crosses to one of her bottle girls.
Did you get him yet?
No, I will.
Kate looks at her with judgment. Come on. The girl grabs her cell phone, hurries across the floor. Kate wanders around the back of the club and spots a girl smoking in the doorway to the alley. She crosses to her and the girl immediately drops her cigarette, grinding it out on the ground.
On a break?
Yeah,
How's the line?
it's pretty good.
Is it down the block?
Not quite.
You know I need a long line, right?
Yeah, sorry, I just got cold.
Here, take this.
She removes her scarf, wraps it around the girl's neck, then smiles. It's a get the fuck out of here smile, but it's still a smile.
Thanks.
Across the club, LeBron is seriously into the music when the bottle girl comes up and tries to take a selfie. The height differential is problematic. He squats lower and extends the camera. Kate, watching it.
Make sure she pushes that out now.
Hashtag.
How about our address?
And she is moving again, this time toward the VIP area where a young man is holding court with 3 women and a bottle of Dom. Heavily tatted and well-toned. Kate glares. He looks up.
They said I could.
Who?
The guy at the door.
Instead of buying off my doorman, why don't you pay your bill from last time?
Okay.
Okay.
She turns to leave and gets a text. Kate glances down while she walks. Insert cell phone text message from Jill Bird. Where is the fucking cemetery? O'clock. She smiles, walking away. Interior Plaza Suite Hotel, morning. Debbie wakes up to see Manhattan doing the same out her window. Dawn breaks over the skyline as she rises, stretches, and takes in the view. Her first good night's sleep in 4 years. Cut to Bergdorf's. She enters the same revolving doors as she did yesterday, disappearing for a beat. Curtain wipe, and she exits, now dressed in a tasteful black suit with sensible shoes. Cut to a cemetery. Gravestones compressed in a long lens and stretching into the horizon. A massive 747 lands in the background. Different angle, cemetery. Black SUVs roll around the gates. Interior, funeral chapel. Everyone is there. Basher, Linus, Saul, the Malloy brothers, even Yen. The coffin is white, too, with gold handles. A lovely touch of Vegas. In the pulpit, Reuben is eulogizing.
Danny Ocean lived in a rich, full life. By any measure, he was a success.
There's more rustling and a few eye rolls. Reuben continues.
Whether in business, not all of which we can discuss today,
Few sighs of relief.
or as a loving son to Dennis and Darlene.
Everyone turns, acknowledge Dennis Ocean, seated on the left. Debbie stares straight ahead, doesn't glance at her father.
Or as a brother.
She looks up, shakes her head. Don't
Who?
you dare.
Who had a sister, as brothers do.
Cut to interior chapel later. People are milling around outside the chapel. Debbie approaches Saul.
Hello, Saul.
Sweetie, oh my gosh, you look great.
No, I don't.
Well, you made it.
Yeah,
Listen to me for a minute.
don't.
It killed him, Debbie. This life, it killed him.
He had a genetic valve disorder.
Well, it didn't help, and it's no good for you either. Please don't do this.
Do what?
Whatever it is he wouldn't tell us you were gonna do.
Debbie smiles, doesn't respond. She leans over and kisses Saul on the cheek. Exterior cemetery, hot day, birds. She takes off her jacket. Funny how a graveyard can feel like the country. Basher comes up beside her.
Hello, love.
You too.
No, not me.
She smiles at him.
Here it's good, though.
He told you?
Just said it was something and that it was pretty amazing.
He said that.
He said it was insane and you'd end up back in jail, but it was pretty brilliant.
Sinks in.
You coming back to the house?
Nah.
She motions towards the gang. He nods.
Sure. One question.
What's that?
Why'd you tell him, love?
Close up. Debbie. The one question she can't answer. It lingers with her. He gives her a kiss on the cheek and heads on his way. Car horn. 2 short beeps. Deb turns. Her POV, the smoked window of black SUV lowers, revealing Kate. Blonde, stylish, hair perfectly messy. Her car radio fills the graveyard. Interior car, Deb climbs in the passenger side as Kate turns down the music. Kate grabs her friend's face. Big kiss on the cheek.
Easy, I've been in the slammer.
Really? Hadn't heard.
Thanks. That was stressful.
I'm sure.
Everybody trying to get me to go straight?
Kind of cheeky. They're crooks too.
No kidding.
Kate swings the car onto the expressway. Deb takes off her shoes, puts her bare feet on the dashboard and rubs them. Deb puts her bare feet on the dashboard.
You get the credit line?
Not yet.
Why?
Don't know what it's for. Please don't do that.
Do what?
Kate imitates her expression.
Oh, that's just my, that's my just spent 4 years in jail and my partner let me down face.
I'm not your partner yet. Hello? I don't care, Jeffrey. No, I don't want to talk to her. Because it's not her job anymore. It was her job until she got fired, and now it's not her job. She can write me 5 letters. She's not getting her job back. Because she stole from me, Jeffrey, and people who steal are not trustworthy. I mean,
On that,
normal people who don't steal. Or steal. Not professionals.
Wait, is it my line? Like professionals?
Yeah, them.
Sorry.
interior abandoned theater day. The lights switch on, illuminating a huge empty space. It's gorgeous in its decay, carved wood and peeling plaster. The gold leaf is sporadic.
This is great.
Try heating it.
She flips on some more lights.
There's a room for you upstairs.
New club?
Maybe one day.
Deb looks around, more space than she's seen in 5 years.
Did you call Kendall?
She quit, moved to Hawaii.
What about Paige?
It would honestly help if I knew what all this was for.
I know. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Deb deposits her bag, crosses to Kate, gives her a kiss on the cheek.
I'll see you later.
You just got here.
I've been inside for 5 years. I'm going for a walk.
She turns and heads up the aisle of the theater. Exterior art gallery, Chelsea, night. Debbie walks down a familiar cobblestone street. Though she seems composed, a rage grows within her as she approaches. Interior Klaus Gunther Gallery, Chelsea, continuous. Debbie walks into the Mecca for a downtown art scene. Klaus Gunther makes jealous. Sycophants, hipsters, and a lot of money. And in the center of it all stands Klaus himself, undeniably handsome, just as oily. He wears a white linen shirt unbuttoned to the jewelry. You should see through this guy, but you can't. Debbie grabs a glass of champagne from a waiter and crosses towards him. Klaus is talking with a group of young men when he spots Debbie and shifts from charm to restrained terror. He makes quick apologies and starts to leave. Deb blocks his path.
What are you doing here?
Patron of the arts.
I have a restraining order.
Good.
She steps really close to him. An intimate moment.
Do you know what a shiv is?
He feels something sharp against his ribs, gasps.
Stop it.
I made this one. Proud of it too. See, it's important not to melt the toothbrush too much. That way it keeps its length and the strength. So when you stab, you slice up and around.
Debbie grabs a shiv up the front of his shirt towards his neck. To a bystander, it might look like a flirtatious move with a large toothpick.
Nice face. Inside, you're what we like to call a pretty girl.
Oh, I'll call the police.
Deb takes a shiv and slices the front of his shirt, shredding it. She pops the button of his collar, taking it for a souvenir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Debbie strides out, still purposeful, while Klaus looks on, terrified. Cut to interior Chinese takeout. All fluorescents and backlit pictures of the dishes. Debbie stands at the corner, draws a long breath of General Tso's. They hand her a white plastic bag. Interior theater late. It's dark. A few safety lights are on. Deb enters the back of the theater and crosses to a staircase on the side of the stage, carrying her takeout. Upstairs loft space. It used to be a rehearsal studio, vast and open with various bits of living area defined by loose furniture. It's chic in a very hard to kind of define type of way. Deb crosses to the kitchen area, fishes through the drawers for a plate, and decamps at small kitchen table. Closer, she takes out the still warm white containers and dumps them on her plate. Can't get to the chopsticks fast enough.
Is that all for you?
Oh, hi. Want some?
No.
Kate wears silk Chinese robe. She crosses the table, sits.
It's late.
Took a walk.
Where?
Deb doesn't answer. They look at each other for a beat, exchange 5 or 6 lines of unspoken conversation.
Why would you do something like that?
I had to.
No, you didn't.
Closure?
Bullshit. Did he see you?
Oh, yeah.
Debbie takes a shiv out of her purse and shows it to Kate. Toothbrush on one end, lethal blade on the other.
Jesus. Did you use it?
Just a button.
She puts Klaus's button on the table. Kate laughs. They share the moment, then suddenly.
Hey, Lewis, you gotta go.
Kate doesn't turn as the young man from the club enters with pants but no shirt. Even more muscles. Even more ink.
I can wait.
That's okay. I'll see you soon.
Seriously.
Seriously, go.
Luce gets the hints and grabs his shirt, heading downstairs.
Does he have to go?
Kate laughs. Deb slides over the carton of orange chicken. Cut to exterior East Village the next morning. Place is waking up from the night before. Men in orange suits hanging off the back of trucks collecting trash. Close up, Deb. She's wide awake. Kate's guest room is a partition space filled with boxes of bootlegged vodka. A certain larcenist charm with a stunning view of the Manhattan Bridge. Deb sits up in bed, stretches. Freedom. She stares out the window at the building across the alley, seems to pause. Flashback. Ocean's 11. Tracking shot. Original footage. Zirga and Terry Benedict walk the casino floor with their respective henchmen behind them. They pass. Danny, who glances up from his chair at the video poker machine. The shot continues to suddenly include Debbie, who stands at the progressive slots holding a bucket of silver dollars. Still Ocean's 11. We just haven't seen this before. Deb clocks Benedict as he passes, feeds a dollar token into the slot, and pulls the huge lever. Wheels spin.
Oh my God.
Interior, subterranean corridor. Benedict strides down the hallway with 2 employees in tow.
That's not supposed to hit till December.
I understand, sir.
Did you check the machine?
Interior holding room. Bright neon, no frills. Deb sits on a hard plastic chair, turns, looks at Benedict.
Where's my money?
Benedict pauses at the door, takes her in.
I drove here from Bakersfield.
Series of shots. Ocean's 11. SWAT team carries out the money. The van arrives at the airport. The team meets at the Bellagio fountain.
Bullshit, Danny.
Shot. Deb. She yells into a payphone.
Pulled a lever? You think that's what I did? I pulled a lever? Yeah. And if I hadn't, you would have had Terry Benedict up your ass. I bought you time, Danny. I deserve the same share as everybody else. No! Don't you dare up, asshole.
Extreme wide, down angle, Central Park, day, present. It's a massive landscape. People stroll, boats sail, kites fly. It would take a moment to pick up the 2 women heading toward the camera.
Honestly, when I tell you, it's gonna sound a little
Crazy?
maybe, but there aren't any holes. I've gone through it a million times.
Angle, wooded path. They stroll toward the camera in the dappled sunlight. As they leave the narrow path, Central Park opens in front of them. Fifth Avenue looms. Deb stops, turns towards Kate.
What?
Deb motions in front of her.
Trees?
Deb points to the Met, rising above the tree line. Close up, Kate. She cocks her head slightly, takes in the museum, then reaches for Deb's hand and walks her slowly to the park bench. They sit together.
Look, I have a friend with a house on Fire Island. He's in Europe for a few months and the place is just sitting empty. You could go out there and just stare at the water and just...
This works, Kate.
I'm sure.
It really works.
That's a museum, Debbie, and they care about the things inside it. That's what makes it a museum.
We're not robbing the museum.
Pause.
We're robbing someone in the museum. The museum is just the decoy.
She looks back at it. Cut to interior Met, American Wing. They mingle with tourists ambling by the Whistlers and Winslow Homers. John Singer Sargent's Madam X looks down as they walk by. Interior Met, main foyer. They stand in front of a sign next to the ticket booths. A sign reads, "Closed the first Monday in May." Montage, Met Ball, file footage, years of haute couture on display. The richest models in the world wear the most expensive and glamorous fashion. They glide in slow motion past a million strobes as Debbie explains.
It's the biggest event of the year. Hundreds of the richest people gathered under one roof.
So...
Cut
They eat
to
falafel. Oh, they eat falafel. Thought that was a line.
Cut to a halal cart. They eat a falafel. Deb gestures. Kate nods. Series of shots. Long lens far away. Through the bustle and traffic of New York, Deb explains the job. In subways, taxis, restaurants with diagrams, gestures, and models made of salt shakers and sugar cubes. Slowly through it all, Kate's body language subtly changes. She begins, literally, to lean in until Met Cafe. They sit at a table caffeinating in the large open atrium.
Wow.
Wow, as in yes?
As in, I get it. It's kind of brilliant.
I had some time on my hands.
It's dangerous.
No doubt. That's not why I like it. This works.
You know I don't owe you anything.
Just help me figure it out. Then see how you feel. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. You have an off-ramp.
There's an irritating, irresistible quality that makes her Debbie Ocean.
So what's first?
We need a designer.
Cut to interior Kate's loft. They sit in front of the big screen with the documentary playing. They review a large portfolio book of various designers, their work enshrined in plastic.
So I thought about Diana, but I don't think Anna's going to let him dress anybody.
Right.
There's Lagerfield, but it's kind of Dr. Strangelove. Not sure it's the right fit, but here, look at this.
She spins a book, hovers over it.
Rose Wheel? I know that name.
Huge in the 90s. New romantic stuff, Edwardian collars, but hasn't gone so well lately. She owes the IRS $5 million.
Whoa.
It's bad. A lien on her assets, impounded her passport. The bank seized her townhouse.
She sounds perfect.
Cut to interior backstage fashion show. The name Rose Whale emblazoned on a wall. After a minute, Rose Whale, 40s, lurches towards the trash can, vomiting pre-show.
The show was meant to save her.
Interior fashion show, Bryant Park, evening. Amazonian women appear in outfits that suggest a labored attempt at a Victorian theme. High buttons, lace bodizes.
If the new line doesn't take off, she could even be prosecuted.
There is a distracting murmur. This is not going well. Amongst the unimpressed celebrities, a worried group of middle-aged Midwestern men sit on the front row.
Got a credit line from an Omaha bank. Only ones who would still loan her money.
They literally are soaked in sweat, stare perplexed at the runway at
Tough way to get into fashion.
the last model. Strides out in a corset with overabundant metal buckles. BDSM meets Pirates of the Caribbean. She turns on the top of the runway to introduce Rose, but no one appears. Finally, one of the models drags her on stage to take a bow before a half-empty tent. Interior backstage fashion show later. The silent breakdown of a failed show. Naked models down champagne, designer covers the floor. No one scurries to pick it up. Kate wanders through the room searching for Rose. She pauses at the sound of sobs coming from the other side of the closet door. Kate opens it to find a weeping Rose sitting on the floor, eating Nutella.
It was gorgeous.
It was shite.
I think that's a little harsh.
Derivative of myself. That's what they say. Do you know what that hell is? Do you know what hell is? Resenting who you are because you'll never be that again. How did I get here?
You spent $18 million in 2 years and you had 2 houseboats on the Seine.
Kate takes her hand.
I know. And they were divine. I'm old.
You're not old.
I'm old. I'm going to prison and I'm going to be poor.
Not necessarily.
Rose looks up.
What if I could make all this go away? Even get your passport back?
Long pause.
What do I have to do?
Dress Daphne Kluger for the Met Ball.
Rose stares up at her.
Are you real?
Very.
You're an angel.
Kate shrugs. She'll take it. Cut to interior press conference day. Paparazzi flash. As the glare recedes, a stunning face is revealed like a developing photograph. Daphne Kluger, 30, goofy and aloof and devastatingly charming. She's been famous for a while and she likes it. Daphne soaks up the flash as the chairwoman of the Costume Institute introduces her.
The Met Ball is all about grace and elegance and refinement. So everyone can understand why we chose Ms. Kluger to host it.
The crowd erupts in laughter, head thrown back and shoulders rising like a ballet of bobbleheads, except for Kate and Debbie, seated in the back row, straight-faced. A reporter raises his hand.
Do you know who you're wearing?
Right now? Under Armour?
No. Who is dressing you?
I normally do it myself unless I'm really wasted.
The designer.
Don't you guys have something better to worry about, like climate change? I promise the moment we decide on a designer, you'll be the first to know.
Angle. Back of the room, Debbie and Kate exchange a look. Interior, Kate's loft, Debbie, Kate, and Rose Whale. They leaf through pictures of Daphne Kluger.
Oh, she's sort of divine. Lovely bust.
Sure.
Maybe something simple, just velvet with no other.
Maybe this.
She tosses an embossed photo on the table. Rose leans in. Close-up photo. The Harrington necklace. Over 50 diamonds. Even the photo glistens.
Oh my.
It's called the Harrington Necklace. Originally commissioned for an American oil magnate, weighs over 6 pounds.
Texans.
When he died, they sold it back to Tiffany's, who've kept it in their vault ever since.
They never let it out.
Oh, then how do we...
They might let it out for her.
This year's theme is Starry Night, a million jewels glittering in the night sky.
And if you were to insist on behalf of Daphne Kluger,
Oh. It's a lovely piece.
no shit.
2. Macro image of a flawless diamond, as seen through a loop. It kicks prisms of light all over the frame. Perfect little rainbows. Over this, in Hindi.
This isn't flawless.
Wider. Paula Jewelry Incorporated, Staten Island. Amita holds a large diamond up to her loop. Her mother, elegant, glamorous, dripping in jewels, hovers close as she examines it. Behind them are half a dozen other jewelers that are long workbench. All Indian as well, all family. There are glass jars of candy everywhere.
It is a good stone. What's the matter with you?
I work here. Stop selling me.
Exterior, Staten Island Ferry. Debbie stands at the railing, staring out over the water as they head past Ellis Island.
She's like family. My dad used to fence stuff through to the store.
The island approaches. Interior, Bala Jewelers Day, in Hindi.
This diamond is a K at best.
It is an H.
You're out of your mind.
I'm concerned about your vision.
This is piss yellow.
Why are you so vulgar? If your father was alive,
Grade it yourself.
this is why you have no husband.
Amita looks up with a loop on. Amita's POV through the loop. Debbie, highly magnified, stands out the window, waving, signaling for Amita to join her. Cut to exterior Staten Island promenade moments later. Amita approaches Debbie.
What are you doing here?
Sorry to hear about your pops.
Yeah, thanks. Sometimes I wish she'd join him. Sorry about Danny.
Yeah, well, I got something for you. A job.
I heard that didn't work out too well.
Happens.
What, you want to run some stuff through the store?
A little more than that. How long would it take you to make 8 pieces of jewelry if the stone's already cut?
I don't know, 6 hours?
What if I told you you didn't have to live with your mother anymore?
Mita raises an eyebrow. Cut to exterior Staten Island Ferry. Deb stands at the rail on her cell phone.
Yeah, she's all good. But we may have to put her up for a while. Had a fight with her mom.
Interior Kate's loft. A 23-year-old girl, huge dreads and lots of tats, sits across-legged in a no-womb chair with an industrial-looking computer on her lap. Kate sits across from her, staring as she pounds away at her keyboard.
Wow.
What?
The girl doesn't answer but stays focused on her screen. Kate leans forward, paying rapt attention.
I am never taking the F train again.
Debbie comes bounding through the doorway with loads of energy.
Hi there! What?
She's in.
In where?
Is this what you mean? There's just like a lot of vases.
Kate leans over and looks at her screen.
Yeah, that's the Egyptian wing.
She's in the Met?
Debbie crosses over and looks.
Security cameras.
Wow.
Here's some more, just a lot of pictures.
Kandinsky.
Hi, I'm Debbie.
She looks up, squints through the dreads.
9 ball.
What's your real name?
April.
We use real names around here.
Can we talk for a minute?
Pulling her around the corner. They tuck into the kitchen.
She's one of the best hackers in the world.
I'm honored.
She has other clients. They don't know her real name either.
She has other clients? Now?
Yeah.
Did you tell her what her cut was?
Of course.
High-priced talent. They head around the corner. Resume living room. 9 ball continues to clack away, rocking back and forth in a self-soothing kind of way.
9 ball. Should I call you 9?
Or baller. You know, your footprint sucks, right?
What?
Your footprint. If you want to steal shit, you gotta clean this up. My little sister could hack you.
Oh, because we hired a guy that,
9 ball taps a couple of keystrokes and the lights shut off. She taps them again and they turn back on.
Gotcha.
We'll fix that.
Awesome. Got a jet.
She grabs her laptop and leaves the frame. Kate and Deb exchange a look.
How old is she?
You don't want to know.
Cut to jackpot. 10 years earlier. Bells, whistles.
Oh my God.
Interior subterranean corridor. Benedict strides down the hallway with 2 employees in the tow. Interior holding room. Bright neon, no frills. Deb sits on a hard plastic chair, turns, looks at Benedict.
Where's my money?
Shot. Deb. She yells into a payphone.
Pulled a lever? You think that's what I did? I pulled a lever?
A blackjack table. Later that day, Debbie fumes in the first base position all the way to the front of the dealer. She has a drink and stack of chips in the front of her. The dealer whisks cards across the table and pulls a 9. Debbie stands with an 18. So does everyone else at the table. The dealer flips her whole card and shows an 8 to the total 17. Slow motion Debbie's hand. In one smooth, she reaches over for her drink and swaps a stack of 5 red chips for 4 red and 1 black $100 chip underneath. If you blinked, you'd miss it. Regular motion, the dealer spreads out her chips and pays her $115, matching her 3 reds and 1 black. A good hustle. Debbie looks across the table to see Kate staring at her. She glances away at the eye contact. They don't know each other yet. A new deal, Debbie gets a 14 bus. No need to switch chips at this time. The dealer busts as well. Debbie looks back across the table at Kate, who does the exact same thing that Debbie did. Reaches for the drink, switches out a stack of 4 reds and 3 reds and a black. Their eyes lock. Nice to meet you. Cut to exterior Caesar's Palace pool. Very hot day. Modeled after the baths of Carcalla, white columns and short togas. Deb lies on a chaise lounge, eyes closed, hands clenched around her drink. A shadow crosses over her.
Hello.
Different angle. Debbie looks up to see her blocking out the sun. Kate has a huge hat, almost religious. She sits on the chaise next to her.
I think we have something in common.
I got there first.
I know.
Kate hands her a wad of cash.
I don't want to cut.
Do you know what a savannah is?
Yeah. Pass posting at a roulette wheel. Double act, a mechanic and a payout.
That's right.
I'm Debbie.
Extends her hand. Kate takes it.
Kate Richmond. I knew your brother.
We didn't.
Not like that. We did some work together.
So did we. Had a little trouble settling.
So did I.
So we were at that table together by accident.
Of course.
Beat. They both laugh. Sure, whatever.
What are you thinking?
Cut to both women in the present. Emerging side by side from the subway in Queens, there is a purpose in their step.
This girl has the best hands I've ever seen. Literally. It's such a waste.
Tight on an orange crepe. Deft hands shuffle and deal 3-card Monty in a blur. A woman's hand adorned with nail art and a dozen bracelets do the honors. Over this, a voice of undetermined origin.
Okay, following the queen, and you know what? You know what I see? I see a little silhouette of a man about to lose, but he'll do the fandango. Probably not, because that's a 2 of spades. Thank you, come again.
Reveal Constance Loom. She works her magic to a visiting chump and his friend from Manhattan. Kids gather around to watch the abuse on rebuilt BMX bikes. Constance has a yellow hoodie and wears a huge pair of shades, a hybrid between an insect and an aviator. Debbie and Kate from across the street, they watch the show from a distance.
Really?
Everyone you sent me was too hot. The turnover on pickpockets is huge.
Resume Constance.
How about you, sir? What's your name? Is it Wi-Fi? Because I feel a connection. No? How about you? That fossil brand wallet, where weird misshapen mouth is, don't know how to play? Well, here's what we do. We keep your eyes on the queen. Eyes on the queen. Eyes on the queen. Just like last night, keep your eyes are on the queen, and look, I'm taking it slow. And our eyes are on the queen, eyes on the queen, but oh wait, oh no, but where's she at though? Where that girl at? Is she gonna be over here on the left? Is she on the right? Or is she in the center? Is that person a liberal leaning libertarian? Huh?
He points and she flips the card.
I don't know, but I do know that that's a 3 of hearts. So what's it gonna be? Cash only, honey. No cash only. No cash. No cash only, honey. No cash. No, honey. Don't mope. Just give me the dough.
Hans snatches his money and quickly slips off his Rolex in the process.
We take most credits, and we keep them. Oh look, 2 Real Housewives.
As he turns to look at Deb and Kate, Constance reaches out around and lifts his wallet.
Sweetie, that's it for tonight. I got a headache. We'll do it tomorrow, I promise.
Kissing noises, and she's gone. Angle, Debbie and Kate.
We're amateurs.
Interior Subway sandwich, day. Debbie and Kate sit across from Constance, housing a sub.
So I'm just slipping 1 necklace?
You are, yes.
Really? That's it?
It's a very nice necklace.
And this is legit? I mean, you're serious about my cardinal?
100%.
Okay, I'm in. And in that case, here.
She hands Kate back her watch.
I just love the smell of that Subway bread. That yoga mat.
Cut to an iPad with luminous images of precious jewels. A woman's finger swipes it and more massive rocks appear. Swipes again, an emerald. Interior, Kate's club, night. She stands at the bar in thick black reading glasses, peering down at the iPad. A cacophony is pounding all around her, but Kate is in extreme focus. Stare, swipe. Stare, swipe.
No.
Hmm?
The guy, Jeff, he has 3 guys with him,
Okay.
but he's the only one on the list.
Just let him in.
And she goes back to her jewelry. Kate swipes as a child's foot makes solid contact with a soccer ball. Sliding glass door, the shot nails the door mid-pane, leaving a huge mark. On the patio, a well-maintained woman in her mid-40s wears athletic garb and is parked in the Sunday Times on her new porch furniture.
Derek, please, this is not a goal. That is a plate glass window.
And she stops mid-sentence. Her POV, wooden gate. Debbie heads over the fence line. She locks eyes with her.
Hi, Tam.
Tammy breezes in a paralyzed suburban smile.
Mommy, Derek said I couldn't play anymore because he wants to only have another kind of game that...
Sweetie, Mommy has to talk to an old friend now.
Tammy gets up slowly and walks to the other direction toward the garage. She glances back and motions for Debbie to meet her on the other side of the house. Cut to interior 4-car garage, Tammy's house continuous. Like the Container Store and FedEx had a love child, a suburban warehouse. Tammy's eBay Top Seller Award hangs prominently on the wall.
Are you really screening my calls?
Deb moves closer. Tammy inhales sharply.
This is impressive.
Debbie peers behind a slightly ajar door which leads to a black light lit storage room full of even hotter items.
What are you doing here? I thought you were...
I got out. Look at all this. I thought you were tired.
I did.
I guess you're just collecting knockoff luggage? Not as much fun as hijacking a truck or smuggling shit in a tugboat.
What do you want?
Debbie steps closer, an intimate tension growing.
Just wanted to reconnect.
Tammy swallows.
You're not bored out here, are you, Tam?
I'm happy out here.
Debbie places a strand of Tammy's hair behind her ear.
What about in here? How do you feel inside? When you lie awake at night, does he snore?
No. A little.
I need a fence.
I stopped doing that.
You can start again. You can do anything you want. You're the best, Tam. The best I've ever worked with.
Debbie is close enough to kiss Tammy. Derek, Tammy's 4-year-old, opens the door.
Mommy,
Yes, sweetie.
I just wanted to say that I love you.
I love you too.
The door closes.
No one else can do what you do.
3 inches between them, eyes locked. Cut to exterior Tammy's house later. Angle on Tammy from inside the trunk of her car. She throws a suitcase in.
It's just a work trip, honey. Mommy will be back soon.
The trunk closes. Cut to interior Kate's theater. An old master switch is thrown, bathing the stage in light. Interior orchestra, various members of the team wander into the aging theater, taking in the faded glory. They meet and mingle, Orange juice and bagels sit on the edge of the stage.
Down here, everybody.
Cut to the meeting. Everyone is gathered on stage with folding chairs and loose furniture. Downstage, near the broken footlights, sits a large object covered with a sheet. A projector illuminates the back wall.
Thank you all for coming. We'd like to present you with a hypothetical situation. $16.5 million in each of your bank accounts. A little over 2 weeks from now.
How hypothetical?
Not very, unless we screw up.
The women make eyes. Nobody moves. Debbie removes a stained sheet covering a perfect 3D replica of the Met.
In 3.5 weeks, the Met will be hosting its annual ball to celebrate the new costume exhibit.
And we're going to rob it.
Christ.
Within the 3D model is a red carpet, the exhibit, and the Temple of Dender.
Not the ball itself, but a very important set of diamonds that will be attending the ball.
The video of the Harrington diamond necklace plays on the screen. Amita lets out a half-orgasmic sigh.
On the neck of Daphne Kluger.
Split screen. A picture of Miss Kluger stands next to the video of the necklace.
Who Rose will be dressing.
But I didn't really know Daphne.
You will.
With her on board, we can get the necklace out of the vault.
Infiltrate both Met security.
A shot of the hundreds of Met security domes that Kate and Debbie have been snapping fill the screen.
And the gala itself.
Considered to be the most exclusive party invitation in the world.
When Daphne becomes suddenly ill and goes to the bathroom.
How do we do that?
Ipecac.
Ew.
Constance will do what Constance does.
Constance doffs an imaginary hat.
The necklace will be delivered to Amita at a secure location inside the museum,
where she will fashion it into 8 distinctive pieces of jewelry,
making all the gorgeous women in this room even more beautiful as they wear them out into the night, dispersing in 8 different directions and pulling off one of the biggest jewel heists in history.
The team stares at them, dumbfounded.
Shut up.
Cut to interior taxi evening.
Where are we going?
Le Cirque.
Are we going to meet Daphne Kluger?
No. Oh, wait. We're going to meet someone who makes Daphne Kluger jealous.
Interior restaurant evening. Debbie and Kate sit across from Rose, sweating profusely and tearing at bread.
In a minute, we're going to get up and someone you know will sit down.
I know her.
Not personally. Just be cool, aloof.
Kind, but not too kind.
You're sweating.
I sweat.
Don't.
She has a new engagement ring. Take her hand, make physical contact. That's on edit.
It's.
Kate and Debbie rise. Rose continues to sweat, fans herself. After a beat, the actress Penelope Stern sits down.
Hi, wow.
Oh. Hi.
Hi. I just have to say, I think you are so brilliant, like beyond. Honestly, I have always dreamed about getting married in one of your dresses. Is that so crazy?
No. Not as crazy as that rock.
My ring?
May I?
Rose takes Penelope's hand, making sure to maintain the moment of intimacy long enough as she peers over Penelope's shoulder to exterior restaurant continuous. Debbie's POV. Through a telephoto camera lens, Debbie and Kate take photos through the window. Click. Cut to page 6, the New York Post. Lands on a table with a picture of Rose and Penelope dining over candlelight. The headline is evocative. Be my dress, be my dress, be my dress. Met Gala courtship. Wider, hotel suite. Daphne Kluger looks at an underling.
Rose Whale. Is she still alive? So what are you doing about this?
Cut to interior Bowery Ballroom, Bowery Hotel. Rose and Daphne sit on the long velvet bench in the corner.
Remember, indifference is the greatest aphrodisiac.
Thanks for coming on such short notice.
Of course.
Kate appears on the balcony. She crosses. Rose's eyes trail her, looking over Daphne's shoulder.
I've always admired you. I have so many of your pieces.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Debbie appears at the other end of the balcony. Rose's eyes shift.
Obviously, the search hasn't been easy, and so far everything's been a little, well, boring.
Rose still looks past Daphne. Debbie and Kate are now staring at her, pressed up against the glass. Debbie plasters her face against a clear window. Rose stares at them, looking past Daphne, and it's starting to piss her off.
Well, you seem different, a little twisted, like me.
Daphne realized she has completely lost Rose.
What is going on?
Daphne looks over her shoulder out the window. Kate and Debbie have disappeared. Rose finally looks at Daphne.
So sorry. What were you saying?
I'm trying to hire you. What, did you forget your Adderall? Jesus.
Daphne downs her whiskey, restores the glass.
For the Met Ball, I want you to dress me.
Rose looks off to the balcony, beaming with satisfaction. Kate and Debbie sit on the edge of the planter, exhausted. Cut to 9 Ball, illuminated in blue light as she stares into a monitor.
This is dope.
Wider. The others around her hover over her. Next to them is a 3D printer the size of a large desk. It has tubes and pumps and tanks, very industrial.
Where'd you get it?
Items arrive, Deb. No one gets them from anywhere.
Okay.
Ready.
She hits a keystroke and the printer begins to whine. A lucite replica of the Statue of Liberty begins to emerge in front of them.
Once we get the scan of the necklace, we can print a replica in zirconium.
Whoa. Print me a dude.
Give me a scan.
No problem. Let's go get her a scan.
Giggles. She nudges Amita, who looks embarrassed but intrigued. They wander off together. Cut to diamonds. 3 different stunning necklaces sit atop black velvet stands. Wider, interior Tiffany's private showroom. A very proud, tightly wound Tiffany's exec fawns over Rose and Amita, posing as her assistant. Amita has a business suit and an iPad. Rose wears a fashionable pair of Google glasses.
Forgot that was muted. Where is it?
We thought you might want to see these first.
These aren't the Harrington.
I know. It's just that there are certain logistical problems with that particular piece. We wouldn't even know how to insure it.
Well, we were very clear on the phone. We're only interested in the Harrington.
That would just have to be a much longer discussion.
I understand. Okay, much thanks. We'll be going now.
Rose turns toward the door, Amita following, instilling panic in the eyes of the 2 executives.
Wait!
Rose stops, turns. Cut to interior vaulted basement day. The elevator doors open. The associate and 2 guards walk out into a hallway. Across from them is a classic vault door. Rose and Amita wait while they spin the 2 large wheels.
We need a little under 5 minutes with the necklace to get the scan.
The vault door swings open. Cut to lockbox sitting atop a crushed black velvet. Rose, wearing Google glasses, adjusts them slightly. She waits anxiously. Rose's POV necklace through the Google Glass. Rose waits for the glasses to connect. It reads idle, attempting to connect. Cut to interior warehouse, simultaneous. Kate stands over the computer waiting for the scan to come in. It reads idle, but the screen goes blank.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go, Nightball?
You're muted.
I'm muted?
Nope.
I'm not sure.
Debbie hits the side of the screen like an old TV. Then she starts shaking the flat screen.
Chill, that's not going to help. No signal. They must be too far underground.
Cut to interior vaulted basement. Resume. They walk towards the necklace. The titanium case is opened. It is truly breathtaking. Rose approaches, touching her glasses as if wiping away tears, but really trying to scan the necklace. Rose's POV necklace through the Google Glass. She can't transmit a scan. Connection lost. Rose turns her head so Amita can glimpse the back of the lens. Connection lost.
This seems very secure down here.
5 feet of solid concrete.
Angle on Rose, trying to figure out what they're going to do.
You said you wanted to see it in the light?
This is light.
No. We need the real lights. The red carpet happens while the sun is still out. So if you...
And your boss.
Right, your boss. If you want thousands of pictures to be taken of this necklace on the neck of Daphne Kluger and every reporter writing Tiffany's in big block letters, we need to know what it will look like in the sunlight.
Real sunlight.
Otherwise we're just wasting our time.
Cut to interior presenting room. First floor, moments later, large windows near the ceiling left in beautiful cascading natural light. Armed guards enter first, carrying the necklace under a covering cloth. Rose and Amita follow. The guards set the necklace down, remove it, covering the cloth, and open the case. Rose and Amita stand over it. Rose adjusts her glasses.
Come on.
Rose's POV necklace through the Google Glass. As the service bar kicks in, scanning appears at the top of the frame. Cut to interior warehouse simultaneous. They crowd the computer as it begins to receive the scan. Debbie stands over her.
Here we go.
Hell yes.
Interior presenting room, first floor continuous. Rose's POV necklace through the Google Glass, 43% scan complete.
How is that light, Miss Whale? Seeing what you need to see?
Angle on Rose.
Darling, my name's Weil, darling. One moment, please.
Miss Weil? Is she okay?
Ooh.
Oh, yes, fine. This is her process, sort of like meditation.
Interior warehouse continuous. Kate awaits the scan, 96% complete. Amita and Debbie hover, Debbie's head shaking, mumbling, threatening the computer. Cut to interior presenting room, first floor continuous. Rose stands over the necklace.
If you're done, Miss Whale, we'd like to return this to the vault.
Rose's POV necklace through the Google Glass, 99% scan complete. Interior warehouse simultaneous scan. 100% flashes on Kate's computer screen. Deb looks up to Kate, exhales. Interior Tiffany's vault, Rose looks nauseous as she's about to faint, steadies herself. Amita escorts her out. Cut
And
to
it's wild, darling. Remember that name.
Is it?
Kate clicks print on the computer. They stand over the 3D printer. A perfect glass replica of the necklace is birthed into a three-dimensional light before their eyes. It's massive, almost a foot long, at least 5 pounds, astonishing. Time cut to interior theater later. Everyone is good and drunk. The crew is gathered round. Constant freestyles from the front of the stage as her cohorts look up to her from the front row. Tammy teases her about the crush on Debbie and running a side hustle fencing. Nineball, who lives on the dark web, stealing shit we don't even know about. Then Rose teases about her dressing like Wizard of Oz witch, broomstick, etc. Amita, her sister, they both have wristbands. Where were you last night, girl? Amita, embarrassed, leaps from the stage, landing in front of Debbie and Kate, her bosses. Bobbsey twins, boss bitches. Salutes the two of them. Can I have the night off? Exterior, Caesar's Palace pool day. Flashback. Deb lies on a chaise lounge, eyes closed. A shadow crosses over her.
Hello.
Interior casino later, Deb and Kate stand at the roulette wheel as total strangers. Kate, dressed up stylishly, is parked at the end. Deb is higher upon the wheel, enthusiastically betting red and black. Deb downs a cocktail with flourish, then calls out for another.
Dr. Pepper and Jack, please. No ice.
Even the waitress is incredulous and nods. The croupier spins the ball. Kate puts down 2 chips on a column bet. The ball falls into a red number.
Yes! Rojo! Awesome! Better red than dead. Woohoo!
During the commotion past 5 chips on her column bet, switching out high denominations for low ones. As the croupier begins to pay her, she corrects him.
Actually, those are thousands on the bottom.
Cut to hotel bed. Wide open suitcase, strewn clothes, and $20 bills. Deb watches TV while Kate counts the haul.
9,060.
That's all?
Italy, Ocean's 12 restaurant 1 year later. Having completed the heist, Danny and his team clink glasses. It's a party. Laughter, congratulations, poker game, and champagne. Cut to Casino Queen Riverboat and Resort, St. Louis, Missouri. Deb and Kate sit on the paddle wheel grill near the stern. A man in suspenders and arm garters serenades on a banjo.
Did you play with boys when you were little?
Only. You?
Sometimes. He would let me most of the time. He'd let my parents, he'd tell my parents he was watching me and then he'd ditch me.
Let it go, Deb.
$2.5 million in art.
You said you weren't going to read about it.
I read about it. And what are we doing? We're grinding it out in shitty casinos every night. We've even run out of casinos. Now we're in river boats.
It's not actually a riverboat.
It floats.
Touché.
We shouldn't even be here. We should be at Caesar's lying in a cabana. We need something bigger.
We don't need something bigger.
I do. I need it.
Cut to a John Singer Sargent, the present, priceless. Interior, Met Museum of Art, American Wing. Debbie moves through the art, searching for the right spot. She wears a scarf, her hat dipped low, a backpack, angle on, Madam X. Debbie stares up at it, angle on, Warhol's chairman Mao. Debbie appraises, angle on, Washington crossing the Delaware. She looks at the painting, nods to Amita, who peruses the hall. Amita approaches the guard. Angle on, Amita and the guard.
Hi, can you help me with something? I'm a bit lost.
Of course, man.
I feel like I'm walking in circles, so I came from Egypt back there.
Mesopotamia.
Oh, huh. But now we're in America. Very confusing.
Angle on Debbie on the other side of the room. She takes out her backpack and pulls what looks like a rolled up poster. It shines as if it's made out of latex. Angle on Amita and the guard.
No, that's French Impressionism.
Oh, I love French Impressionism. Must be amazing being around this art all the time.
Suddenly there's commotion, a crowd surrounding a painting. The guard doesn't even know what's going on.
Excuse me.
He runs over, pushes through the crowd, guards POV. A replica of Washington crossing the Delaware has been plastered to the wall, except all the men in the boat are women. White, black, Native American, affixed to the wall next to the original. Stunning and surreal. Cut to Instagram. Banksy hits the Met. Hashtag Banksy. Hashtag guerrilla art. Hashtag near every great man is a great woman. Twitter. A scroller tweets. Banksy hits the Met. Twitter pic. How much do you want the new Banksy piece ends up in the permanent collection? George Washington was a chick?
This is a major security breach.
Cut to a hotel room. Debbie, Kate, and Tammy sit on the bed wearing headphones. Nine Paul sits perched on the window, pointing a laser mic at a building across the street. Looks like a gun, works like a mic.
He did it at the tape too.
Exterior window conference room, McAllister Security Consulting. Day. A red laser dot appears on the window.
So this is acceptable to you?
Interior conference room. Day.
Not acceptable, but it's not like he stole something. He just added something right. Now you have a Bansky at the Met.
When we hired you to overhaul the system, you said, and I quote, the redundancy of this system would render any breach.
I know what it says,
Is this a breach?
technically.
Well, this feels kind of technical. What are you going to do about it?
Interior hotel room. Day.
You douchebag.
Shh. Obviously, we'll do a full audit of the system and plug any major holes.
Yes.
When?
We'll start immediately.
High fives all around. Interior Kate's Theater, upstairs locked, rehearsal space tonight. Nine Ball has hacked into the main security program for the Met. Everybody gathers around her monitor.
Okay, I'm in. Any changes they make, we can see and overwrite, but they can see our changes too.
Is that a problem?
Not with what we're changing. They have so much on their plate, they won't even notice. Show them the gallery.
Nine Ball clicks a few times and a huge array of cameras appear on the screen. It's a grid of 80 images.
That's a gallery, but this is the hallway outside the cafe.
She nudges Nine Ball, who clicks again. Only 2 images pop up.
See, they're watching the art. They don't care about a bathroom.
That's smart.
All we need is a blind spot in the hall outside the bathroom. 10 feet should do it, which is nothing compared to the changes they're gonna be making. And it wasn't even a real Banksy.
Cut to a real Banksy. Interior, Vogue magazine reception area. Day.
Good afternoon, Vogue.
Close up, the back of Anna Wintour's head. An icon. One of the most famous silhouettes in New York sits at her desk. All at once, Anna's assistant sticks her head in the door.
What?
That interview gala stuff position,
Are you serious?
friend of Harvey's.
Fine. Hire her.
Cut to Tammy.
All right. Oh, everyone, that is break. Sorry, these are my best Anna Wintour glasses I had. All right, let's take some breaks here. I'm going to pause. Action.
Oh yeah, got it.
We're really short on desk space right now, so you'll be down here.
Tammy glances to her left at a large conference room enclosed in glass. Moving POV through Google Glass. There on the wall, like an object of holy worship, is the Met Ball seating chart.
Hurry up.
Cut to interior Kate's Theater night. Tammy enters tired, lugging down the center aisle.
Okay, this party is nuts. I'm not kidding. If Anna thinks your dress is ugly, you can't wear it. No shit. She will bar your wardrobe. Can I have a sip of that? Last year, she got in a fight with one of the designers 2 days before the event, and no one was allowed to wear his clothes. For real. Blackballed.
She takes a swig of the water, opens a bag of chips.
Sorry, I haven't eaten all day. Tables cost $250,000. That is, if it decides to let you buy one. Not any $250,000 check is accepted. They literally have to approve your money.
Debbie reaches out and wipes a chip crumb from Tammy's mouth. Tammy inhales slightly at the touch. Kate looks at Debbie. Stop torturing the poor girl.
Did you get the seating chart?
Oh, yeah, of course.
She moves the Google glasses and dangles them towards Debbie. Cut to computer monitor upstairs loft. 9-ball sits back at the controls. The glasses sit in charging dock as the seating chart appears in front of them. It's hard not to be impressed. Whoa, like Leo?
There's only one Leo, dear.
Elon Musk.
Really?
I am such a musketeer.
Oh my God, Taylor Swift.
You're so
Not very good.
I liked it.
Go ahead, Amita. Oh my
All
God.
right.
Kelly
Sure.
Kapoor. Oh my God, Taylor Swift, maybe? We can start from there.
Oh my God, Taylor Swift.
Wait, where are we? I'm so sorry.
Page 65.
What did we? 65. That was
Come on, Constance, keep it together.
Dude.
On the last page, Jeremy.
We skipped so much, according to what I thought.
And Amita said, oh my God, Taylor Swift.
Oh my God, Taylor Swift.
Wait, what? I don't
You're
see it
so
anywhere.
white.
Do you
65.
know, do you know
In the
how
middle of 65.
Oh, I see. Oh, you're so white.
Guys, please, where is she?
Table 3, 4 o'clock. It's the straightest shot to the bathroom without putting her into Siberia.
Great.
Anna signs off when Oliver changes by email, so...
Not a problem. I've got her email.
You have everyone's email?
Who do you want?
There's a blank spot right next to her.
That's for her date.
Who's her date?
No idea.
Shoots a look at Tammy. Cut to interior per se restaurant night. Pre-party for the chairs of the gala. Daphne is already seated at her table. Klaus strolls up, glances down at his place card. Daphne looks up, smiles. He takes her hand.
I think they put me next to you.
Lucky me.
Tammy, dressed as waitstaff, watches from a portico. She is riveted on the introduction. Engel, Klaus.
Klaus Gunther.
A hand kiss. Really? Klaus slithers into the chair beside her. One smooth reptilian move. Cut to dinner later, Tammy's POV. Daphne and Klaus laughing, leaning closer, silhouetted by candlelight. Daphne's voice cuts through.
That's dirty.
Cut to seating chart. The blank space next to Daphne Kluger is filled in with the name Klaus Gunther. She has a date now. Angle, Kate. She hovers over 9-ball, staring at the newest version of the seating chart. Klaus Gunther, exterior theater alley out back. Kate bursts into the double doors in the back of the theater, flinging them open at once. Debbie is smoking out back, and Kate is on her in a fury.
What the fuck? Really?
Really, what?
You couldn't leave it alone? Klaus Gunther.
That's not me.
Stop. I'm not a Kruger. Or a tourist with a bucket of quarters. Or a hotel manager. Don't calm me. Don't run a job in a job.
It's not going to matter.
Fuck you. Shh. Why do you do this? Why can't you just do a job? Why does it always need an asterisk?
He sent me to jail.
And he's gonna do it again.
No, he's not.
I'm out.
Wide, frozen, whoa.
I mean it. You gave me an offer, I'm taking it.
Kate,
You're framing him. It's not enough to make $1 gajillion. You have to pin it on him too. Where does it end? This is just like last time.
no, it's not. Fine, I won't do it. I'll call it off.
Oh, good. I'm glad we had this talk. I feel better now.
I mean it. You've never been in there. You don't know what it's like.
And I don't want to find out.
You won't. I promise.
Deb extends her hand, leaves it out there for an eternity.
Who is that?
She motions towards a Crown Victoria parked at the curb. A man sits at the wheel.
I don't know. Some guy.
Kate reaches out and slowly takes her hand. They shake. Cut to interior Casino Queen paddle wheel grill. Flashback. Deb and Kate seated in the restaurant of the cheesy casino.
We need something bigger.
No, we don't need something bigger.
I do. I need it.
Interior Soprani. Manhattan night. Deb sits across from Klaus Gunther. Bleached smile and slicked back hair.
So what do I have to do?
Cut to Klaus's bed. He and Debbie, postcoital, lie in his sheets.
Not really a forgery because we're not copying any known painting. It's previously undiscovered work.
Gotcha.
I can't sign the provenance because they know me, but
It's still fraud.
that's not clear.
Interior small bar, Lower East Side. Kate's first club. There isn't much room.
It's still fraud.
That's not clear.
I know Klaus Gunther. I've known him for 10 years.
Oh yeah, he wants you to do it too. He can't front as the owner because they know him.
I'm sure they do.
The sale goes through his gallery, Kate. He's on the line too. One signature, $500,000.
Yeah, that'll show your brother.
No. That'll mean we can stop hitting shitty casinos on the Gulf Coast.
I'm out.
Fine.
I don't trust him, Deb.
Who said I trust him?
Interior Soprani, this time lunch. Deb sits alone waiting for Klaus. Checks her watch. She's eaten a whole bread basket. Suddenly,
Are you Deborah?
she looks up. Interior jail. Deb, dressed in an orange jumpsuit, carries bedding toward the camera. Cut to exterior pretzel stand, Central Park, the next day. Debbie stands in front of her crew, dressed significantly better now. Kate stands off to the side among the others.
Okay, remember, this is a run-through. It's where we make mistakes. Nobody panics. This is why we do this. If something happens and you don't expect it, it's no big deal. We roll with it, regroup later. Any questions?
Cut to interior Met Museum of Art later that night. Constance, as she puts on her audio guide, moves through late hours at the Met, a little looser and boozier than the normal crowd. Young professionals mill about.
Okay, here we go.
Interior hotel room, Mark Hotel night. The Mark is the hotel of choice for all gala attendees. Our headquarters for the night, the new temporary war room. A monitor shows a mini version of the security hub monitors. Nineball has hacked into the system.
Places, ladies.
Interior, Met Museum of Art, same. Constance puts her foot up on the bench to tie her shoes. Next to an elderly museum goer sits. Constance takes off her headset, places it on the bench next to her so she can pull back her hair. The elderly museum goer rises, gathers her things, and departs. Constance does so a few minutes later.
Constance, go. Get moving.
Constance doesn't move.
I said go.
An elderly woman hears Nineball yelling at her in the audio guide. She taps her headphones. Constance looks equally perplexed.
Who's Winslow Homer?
The elderly museum goer is next to her, hearing Nineball's shouts grow more obscene.
Is it supposed to be interactive? Why does this painting yell at me? I'm not Rose right now.
Constance looks at the bewildered museum goer, realizes headsets have been switched. She takes on the real one from the elderly woman's hand, back on track.
Okay, I'm here.
Back to one, like a coming out of the bathroom.
She hurries over to the door of the women's bathroom.
Move.
Constance emerges and passes Debbie just outside the bathroom. She hands her a string of Mardi Gras beads as stand-in for the necklace. Debbie takes off the other direction, moving through the gallery.
Legit.
Interior, American Wing, Met Museum of Art. Debbie keeps moving past George Bellows, Thomas Hart Benton, Eakins, then slows.
Saul?
She stops, turns. Saul Bloom is admiring a painting by William Merritt Chase. She moves closer. He turns as if surprised.
Oh, my goodness. I can't believe it. Hello. You look gorgeous.
What are you doing here?
You know, art. I love this guy. Big fan.
He motions towards the painting. Deb stands in front of the label describing the painting.
Who's it by?
Oh, come on. Don't do that. I care about you. Is that a sin?
When you meddle, yes.
I'm a 90-year-old Jew. Meddling is all that's left.
She starts to leave.
Wait.
He shuffles to keep up with her, takes her arm.
Can we sit down?
Saul is a little out of breath. They sit on the padded benches in front of the paintings. Saul wipes some sweat with a handkerchief.
This isn't going to work.
You don't know that?
He winces, an expression of Jewish doubt, sucks air through his teeth.
Why are you still listening to my brother, Saul? He's dead.
He loved you. He didn't want you to go to jail.
He had no idea who I was.
Oi. You can't argue with a dead person, sweetie. I argued with my Sadie for years. I'd even go out to the cemetery. You know how crazy that looks? An old man yelling at a tombstone? Leave it.
I have.
No, you haven't.
This has nothing to do with him.
Okay. Come out to the house sometime. We can play cards.
No way. I played cards with you.
Then we can have some smoked fish.
Deal.
She leans over and kisses him on the cheek. Saul smiles. He pats her hand.
If you want to fight with somebody, those guys tailing you are a good place to start.
The ones in the Crown Vic?
Yeah. You might be okay after all.
He pushes himself up and heads off into the museum. Exterior Met, a Crown Victoria sits parked on 80th Street. Across the street, edge of the park, Debbie stands in the shadow of a food cart looking at it. Her POV, two men sit at the windshield of the car looking across at the Met. Deb turns and heads off into the park. Exterior Central Park later, the team is already meeting when Debbie arrives. Kate approaches.
What happened to you?
Took the long way.
How's Saul?
Worried.
Me too.
We're fine.
The girls are waiting. I got them all ice cream.
Deb nods, heads off down the path. Kate hesitates. Exterior New Jersey, and it looks like it. A rental car rolls through industrial detritus. Exterior sheet metal fabrication. In the distance, we see Kate talking to the owner, demonstrating what looks to be the outline of a box with her hands. She mimes the dimensions roughly 2x3 truck rental agency. Kate signs an agreement for a plain white panel truck. Interior fishing store, Rusty's Bait and Tackle. She stands at the counter buying reels of monofilament fishing line. Interior Apple store, Kate is in line buying 6 large iPhones. Exterior theater dusk, Debbie wanders down the fading light to see the Crown Victoria parked down the block. Moving with her, Deb crosses the car and is just about to confront them when she looks to see Kate rounding the corner from the other direction. They pause at the car, smile at each other. Deb taps on the window and they roll it down slowly.
Hey guys, this is my friend Kate. We're going to be in for most of the night, so if you want to run out and grab a bite or something, it's fine.
Kate smiles, nods.
If you need a bathroom, just knock on the door. There's a good Lebanese place around the corner.
The girls turn and head toward the theater.
Where you been?
Odds and ends.
As they head inside, cut to dawn over Manhattan. Sunlight peeks over the park. Interior stairway, Met Museum, day. The silver carpet cascades down the front of the stairs of the Met. Game day. The Met itself is in wardrobe prep. Workers string up thousands of yards of lights, flowers trucked in, roses, hydrangeas, peonies, staff arranged tables and chairs. The press stand is raised. Assistants affix seat labels for each news outlet in order of importance. Cut to interior Kate's theater, early afternoon, a silent ritual. Everyone around preparing their piece of the puzzle. A couple of them wear earbuds in the zone. Exterior Tiffany's headquarters, morning. An armored car waits with the engine running. 2 guards carry a large strong box with the Harrington necklace in it. Penthouse suite, the Mark Hotel, evening. Daphne walks in dressed in heels and lingerie, hair and curlers, drinking whiskey. She sits in the director's chair as a team of makeup people go to town. A manicurist takes her hand, another works on her feet. Interior theater, 6 women, rows missing, are dressed to the nines in front of a wall mirror. Finishing touches are applied. Hair tweaks, mascara, reapplied lipstick. Exterior Mark Hotel, same. The Brink trucks arrive in the front of the hotel interior lobby. Mark Hotel, Rose stands at the elevator doors looking up at the floor indicator. It descends toward her as she grows more and more nauseous, stifling a gag as doors open. Penthouse suite, Mark Hotel, minutes later. Daphne is now in a robe, getting her hair sprayed, her eyeshadow blended. She glances in the mirror in front of her to see Rose and 2 men in suits behind her.
Is that it?
Rose nods and stands at the side. The 2 guards from Tiffany's move to the room carrying a large velvet jewel box. There is a weird ceremony to all of this. The place goes quiet. The men march forward in an even cadence. Rose crosses behind Daphne as a Harrington is revealed.
Holy shit.
On Rose. She reaches forward and opens the top of Daphne's robe, revealing the nape of her neck. Rose puts the Harrington around her neck and fastens the clasp. It sounds like tumblers clicking.
Might be a little cold.
And heavy.
The mirror glitters. It's almost celestial.
Okay, let's get this off and get you dressed.
She reaches and starts to fiddle with the clasp, which doesn't seem to open.
Oh, can't get it off like that.
He steps forward, pulling out a small pen-like cylinder.
Special clasps. Needs this magnet.
Titus crosses behind her and fits a device over the clasp. He gives it a half turn and the necklace unlocks. Close up Rose. She is somewhere between ashen and light green. Rose takes quick, shallow gasps, clutching the arm of the chair.
That's brilliant. Let me see that again.
Titus, full of pride, fastens the clasp, then shows a small magnetic cylinder like a magician demonstrating a trick. Daphne takes in all of this from the mirror. The necklace, Titus behind her, and behind him, Rose steadies herself with one hand, clutching her iPhone in the other. Daphne's POV, Rose's iPhone. She points it at the back of Daphne's neck. Interior warehouse, the women have loaded most of a white panel truck and are about to head out when Debbie gets a text. Debbie turns the same color as Rose. Motions for Kate.
What?
Not good.
Their POV, very shaky video. Titus's hand turning the clasp.
See, it's the magnet that does it.
Interior Brooklyn apartment, Nineball's little sister Veronica is capturing a Pokemon Go character on her fire escape. Her phone rings, interrupting the capture.
Hey,
I was about to catch a Rhyhorn, Leslie. What do you want?
Interior loft. They huddle around a speakerphone.
Leslie?
I'll kill you. We're in a jam, sis. Need your help.
Interior subway, Veronica has an array of magnets spread over the seat beside her. She tries to look at the shaky video, speaking to Nineball on her speakerphone.
I think I got it. Just a magnet with AA battery. I'll give her a positive and a negative pull so she can flip around when she's using it.
Interior van, Kate drives. Everyone hangs on the conversation.
Awesome, V.
Really? She fixed it?
Nineball shoots a look. Of course she fixed it.
Whoa.
Their POV, the Met. Bleachers are in place, carpet out, spotlights positioned, cameras everywhere. It looks almost regal. Cut to interior hallway Mark Hotel. The elevator doors open to reveal Daphne, who looks stunning in a long-sleeve black velvet dress that hugs every curve. A 12-foot train and a plunging neckline frame the world's most valuable necklace. The Met loading dock, the van screeches to a halt. Debbie bolts from the passenger's door. Veronica does the same, looking for her sister when she hears a loud whistle. Reverse angle, Central Park behind the Met. Veronica appears jogging through a children's playground in Stan Smith's and a vintage flower dress. She runs up to Deb and her sister.
Shit is hectic over there. Got chased by a cop.
This is my sister, Veronica.
Hey.
Veronica hands her the magnet.
Very tight. I owe you.
Just get me a new ID.
She jogs away.
What do your parents do?
Exterior red carpet Met Gala. The bleachers are in place, the carpet out, spotlights pierce the heavens, closer press line flash bulbs, thousands of them refracting off the silver carpet. Daphne, the dress somehow looks more radiant on the silver carpet with the full effect of the train. Klaus on her arm. It looks like another accessory, albeit a handsome one. The flashes go even crazier. He steps aside to allow Rose her moment in the limelight. She basks nervously as the name Rose Whale echoes over the PA system. Cons is in deep BG. Following
Oh, it's
Rose,
Weil, darling. Weil, Rose Weil, right.
You got the paste.
Copy.
she is dwarfed by the necklace's security guards, Judas and Titus. Cut to a halal cart, steaming shawarma wafts through the air. The outside is decorated with glossy laminated photos of their cuisine. Inside the halal cart, Nineball is set up with a full console of monitors, a workstation, and headphones. Exterior, Fifth Avenue red carpet. With each limo arriving, there's a bigger and more beautiful star. Sarah Jessica Parker and Oscar de la Renta, Rihanna and Alexander Wang, Taylor Swift and Prada, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West and Balmain. Haute couture mayhem as the cameras and crowds go wild. Angle on Debbie, exiting her limo looking pretty damn amazing in her own gown, but no one takes much notice of her. It's a pretty dress. No 12-foot train, but way better than an orange jumpsuit. Interior Met, it's been transformed. The huge entrance hall is now the grandest ballroom in the world. Debbie scans the famous faces, finally settling on Daphne and Klaus. Now a glamorous couple, all Deb's own doing, and it still stings. Cut to interior halal cart. Nineball eats a falafel at the same time. Kate hovers behind her, buttoning a chef's toque. She stares at the monitors.
Places checked.
Interior Temple of Dender. Tammy, doing final checks over the table, speaks into her headset.
Ready to sit?
The party. Full steam in the costume exhibit. The partygoers move down 4 mirrored hallways passing the glass cases that show off dresses made of jewels, rubies, diamonds, emeralds from the House of Fort Worth, Chanel, Dior, Givenchy. Daphne and Klaus stroll through the exhibit. Moving with Debbie, she watches them. Daphne and Klaus, utterly unfazed, they pause in front of a matte black infinity. The room looks like it extends for a football field. The sky is punctuated by floating jewels, each of their own supernova, diamonds, sapphires, rubies, emeralds, as they gleam as if it's emitting their own light. They float in space, suspended from the ceiling, each describing an invisible human form. It's like infinity room, but way cooler and a lot more expensive. A million dots of light into infinity, a celestial wonder. Interior halal cart, interior temple of Dender. Tammy observes Daphne and Klaus, surprisingly great first date energy between them. Rose already sits enjoying her second glass of wine. Daphne and Klaus take their place next to her. Constance does a pass off by the table, glances down at the clasp. Her point of view, it's sitting in the middle of Daphne's neck like the wheel of the safe. Constance clutches a small pen-like magnet, practicing working it in her fingers. She drifts off into the party. On the other side of the party, Debbie hasn't taken her eyes off Daphne and Klaus. He leans in and whispers to Daphne, half nibbling her ear, "Whatever." Interior halal cart, 9-ball watches Klaus, still nibbling Daphne's ear on the monitor. It's gross even in low-res video.
Okay, we're ready. Countdown in 3, 2, 1.
Interior kitchen, same. Kate, now dressed in her toque, turns to a waiter.
Table 3, we need a vegan and a pan plain broiled fish. Where's the soup for table 1?
Over here.
She sees the bowls lined up. Insert bottle of Kate pulls down a small brown bottle from her pocket. Cut 2, tight bowl of soup. We move into the steaming, now spiked biscuit through the greatest party in the world, gliding by peripherally on edges of the great frame are glimpses of Selena Gomez, Michael B. Jordan, Megyn Kelly, Laverne Cox, Neil Patrick Harris, etc. Angle table 1, where Klaus is not surprisingly holding court.
But then again, I've always been an admirer of the female form.
Huh?
The soup lands in front of Daphne. She grabs her spoon.
Thank God.
She grabs her spoon, and instead of bringing cutlery into mouth, she reverses the process, nearly plunging into the steaming bowl. Daphne is 4 spoons deep before she ever breathes.
I haven't eaten in 3 days.
She wipes her soup mustache in the back of her hand and plunges back in. Wider table, no one else is eating. Klaus stares at Daphne's mouthful of soup bread.
What?
Judas and Titus stand on the outskirts of the temple.
She's in deep. Maybe half a bowl?
Interior halal cart, same. 9-ball watches the scene on her monitors.
All right, everybody. Here it comes.
Interior women's bathroom, all done with fancy table stands offering beauty products and mints and floral arrangements. Constance blows into the room.
We're up.
Interior, Temple of Dender, Daphne's table.
So I have 3 brothers, right? Totally vicious growing up. They would plan it out, like pinto beans the night before, then in the morning, 2 of them would hold me down while... Whoa.
Daphne holds her stomach. The digestion is audible.
Because, brothers can be... God damn.
All at once, Daphne bolts from the table, flailing in search of a bathroom. Judas and Titus follow suit. 9-ball into her headset.
Game on.
Debbie makes her the bathroom as well. Exterior, ladies' room. Daphne elbows a matron out of the way just as Daphne converges on the bathroom door. She wedges herself between Daphne and Titus, who follows a step behind her.
Excuse me.
He starts to push past her.
What? What's happening?
We're in the same scene together.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my.
I beg your pardon. That's the ladies' room.
She plants herself between Titus and the door, 9 ball at her control
where
panel.
I am.
Oh my.
Move!
Stay there. Ew. There, you poor thing.
Tight. Constance's hand, slow motion. She pops the magnet out of her glove and fits it deftly over the clasp. A half twist and it doesn't move. Up angle Daphne from the bowl, she lifts it from a frame. Bilious gasps, then disappears all over again, hurling. Resume. Extreme close-up Constance's hand. She flips it around from the positive to the negative pole and it fits over the clasp. A half turn and the sound of tumblers. Tighter. The Harrington comes loose, falling out of frame. Mid-air, slow motion. As the necklace falls, Constance deftly catches it. Cut to a different stall. Constance Bolson's side starts wiggling out of her gown. 9 ball still looking at her bank of monitors.
10 seconds.
Tammy grabs the busboy who is carrying a tray of dirty dishes.
Don't dawdle. Get that stuff into the kitchen.
And she guides him along the wall right past the bathroom where Constance exits, now wearing a server's uniform, her hair pulled back. She moves past Debbie, crosses paths with a busboy, and deftly slips the Harrington necklace into his pile of dirty dishes. Debbie takes it all in. 9 ball and monitors, nothing on the camera. Then the busboy appears, emerging from the blind spot, carrying a tray of dirty dishes. None of the women are anywhere to be found. Tracking shot with busboy, he glides down the hall on his way to the kitchen where Kate waits for him. Interior halal cart, 9 ball is charting progress on the overhead monitors.
Almost there.
Moving with a busboy as he heads towards the kitchen, then suddenly sees a friend and stops. Different angle, another busboy having deposited dirty dishes pauses to gossip in the hallway.
Dude, Gigi Hadid, did you see that dress?
Did you see Emily Rada, whatever?
What a
It's insane.
Interior kitchen, Kate waits near the entrance to the loading dock, looking toward the door. She leans into her headset.
Where is he? What's wrong?
Debbie hears the chatter on her headset.
What's going on?
Interior halal cart, 9 ball leans into the monitor.
They're stalled in the hallway, chatting.
Tammy hears it and takes off towards the kitchen. She catches up to the busboy carrying a tray of dirty dishes and a $100 million necklace.
What the hell are you doing?
Sorry.
You're not getting paid to talk. Get in there.
Following the busboy as he heads up into the hallway to the kitchen. Steam, shouting, rattling plates where Kate standing. Now there is no one. Kate is gone. The busboy enters looking for a dishwashing station.
Anybody got eyes on Kate?
Here, I'll take those.
Reverse angle, Amita scoring the cutlery, dresses a dishwasher. The busboy dumps his tray into her sink and heads back towards the party. Closer, Amita reaches into the soapy water and fishes around looking through the slime. All at once, she stops, knows that feeling. Amita fishes $150 million out of the goop. Her point of view, it's covered with gunk but still glistens. Amita grabs the overhead nozzle and rinses off the Harrington necklace until it gleams. Wider, she sticks it into her pocket and calls out the rest of the kitchen.
Bathroom break.
Moving with her, Amita crosses to the bathroom and locks the door behind her. Interior employee bathroom, single stall. Single toilet, sink, tampon dispenser, changing table. Amita then draws a long breath and takes out the Harrington. Wow. And then she opens the tampon dispenser, displaying a full array of jeweler tools neatly organized and fastened.
Oh.
She grabs a loop and slips it on her head, then turns and opens the changing table, a workbench. Interior halal cart, 9 ball is scanning the various images.
Where's Kate? Anybody? Need eyes on Kate?
At the party entrance to the ladies' room, Debbie is still loitering outside the door. Feels like forever. She glances at Titus, then back at her watch.
Forget her. Stay focused.
You're avoiding me.
Debbie turns to see Tammy standing next to her.
What?
Seriously, you were going to talk when I started, and then there was so much to get ready for. And then when I wanted to have a bigger conversation, you said everyone was around, and we needed time if we wanted to have a real talk. So I thought, great, she wants to have a real talk, but
Can we just do this later?
that's all you ever say.
Like $100 million later?
There's never a good time.
Honestly, Tam, there are better times than this.
Okay.
And she walks away, shaken but proud of herself for having such an important and difficult conversation. Ankle bathroom door, Daphne comes out pale green, very pale. Wipes her mouth.
That was gnarly.
Titus looks relieved, then not. His point of view close up, Daphne Kluger's décolletage. The Harrington necklace is missing.
What?
One of them gently grabs her. The other pushes past her into the bathroom. Cut to interior employee bathroom. She has removed the first diamond from the Harrington and holds it up her loop. Slight gasp. Edge of the dining room. Debbie watches the panic build. Daphne is surrounded by a security team who escort her back to the table.
I'm not sure. It could have fallen off back there or maybe in there. I don't know. I just barfed an organ, but
They move towards the table. Walkie-talkies crackle. More security descend on the room.
Oh, are you all right, you poor dear?
What's going on? What happened?
it must have fallen off or
Are you joking with me?
Nothing in the bathroom.
Jesus.
Oh no. Oh, maybe a spot of tea.
They're sealing the exits.
Interior hall cart.
Exit's being sealed now. Amita?
2 earrings and a bracelet. We're 5 minutes ahead.
Cool.
And they're nice.
Excellent. Sweeping the room.
Interior main hall. The entire party is being guided into the foyer by security guards. Interior Temple of Dinger. Most of the guests have been cleared out, leaving the place weirdly empty. A restaurant at closing time. Daphne and Klaus are talking to security while people search the place.
Just so sorry. For real.
Interior exhibit. It looks completely empty, silent, glistening. Now it does look like outer space. Interior main hall, a gala organizer speaks into a wireless microphone.
We apologize for this interruption, but someone has misplaced a rather expensive item, and they tell us we're going to have to stay here a while they search. I've told them this needs to happen quickly, so I'm sure it will. I'm confident that we'll all be back to dessert shortly.
Interior Temple of Dender. As the security teams furiously search, Tammy is perched on the far side of the room. Closer, she whispers into the headset.
They're at table 3, 7, and 10. Still a crowd around the table. Give it a second.
Roger that. Super chill.
Angle table 1, it has been combed over. Several of the security team glance at each other. Nothing. They move on to table 2. Interior employee bathroom. Amita works furiously. She's already fashioned 4 sets of earrings, 3 rings, 2 necklaces. She works on a bracelet. A pound at the door.
I'm occupied.
Stares down at the completed bracelet in her hand. Cut to interior kitchen. Security guards use the hand metal detectors to comb through the waitstaff.
Once you've been checked, please head towards the fire exit.
The kitchen staff begins to clear out. Still no Kate. Interior Temple of Dender. Constance comes blowing through the entrance and slams into Tammy, who's heading in the other direction. Close up, slow motion. Constance's left hand deftly slips the paste into Tammy's hand. Cut to interior halal cart. 9-Ball speaks into her headset.
All going down. Police coming. Tiffany's coming. Bunch of news reporters coming. Shit's blowing up.
Interior Temple of Dender. Daphne sits at her table, stunned.
Mr. Kluger, was there anything you did or anyone you talked to between your table and the bathroom?
I was barfing.
I understand that. Do you remember still having the necklace when you were seated at the...
Oh my god! I found it!
They turn. Tammy pulls a necklace from a crease in the tablecloth, holding up the necklace paste like a trophy.
Thank fucking God.
It was under the tablecloth in a crease in the table. You know, where they fold. Maybe you just didn't see it the first time or something.
We got it back.
Cut to interior employee bathroom. Amita cleans up her workstation. She wears a new pair of brilliant earrings. A knock on her door. Amita opens it. Constance slides in the bathroom.
Whoa, sick.
Constance starts pocketing the rest of her new jewelry.
Careful, there's glue.
Constance nods. Sure, whatever. Slips out of the room, which is now just a bathroom. Exterior halal cart. 9-Ball emerges from her falafel stand wearing couture. She heads across the street toward the Met. Interior main entrance hall. Met Museum of Art. Daphne now stands on the stairs above the main hall while Klaus gallantly places the necklace around her neck.
If I may.
Cameras flash, seizing upon the intimate moment.
Thank you, Miss Kruger, for the excitement. Let's finish the party, shall we?
Everyone flies back in, calm, bonded by the trauma, joyful, a little less formal and more fun. Long lens Constance as she moves to the party, past Tammy, past Rose, pounding a last glass of champagne, past 9-Ball, who's a radiant party goer, finally face to face with Debbie. Closer. Constance pretends to trip, grabs onto Debbie momentarily.
Oh, sorry, excuse me.
Constance catches her balance and moves on. Debbie looks down at a gorgeous diamond in her hand. Interior Temple of Dender later. Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga perform. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. The entire party is happy and boozed up. Exterior Met. Constance exits the museum, back in her ball gown, hot pink, strapless, and satin, now adorned with beautiful diamond pendant and matching earrings. Amita, too, has changed into a ball gown, deep purple offset by diamonds and emeralds that dangle from her ears. 9-Ball emerges in an impeccable satin tuxedo with a massive ring and a matching necklace. Tammy descends, forest green A-line dress, a strand of diamonds looped twice around her neck. Rose swaggers out, a little loose and loving it, a new diamond choker gracing her neck. Debbie floats around the steps, wearing her new necklace, a chain choker in the front and a long drop chain cascading down her backless dress. No cape. Debbie checks her watch, glances around, is just about to check it again when she looks up. Debbie's POV, Kate, transformed, descending the stairs in a bright yellow ball gown, wearing long, dangling diamond earrings. She locks eyes with Debbie, slight nod. Cut to interior 24-hour diner, 4 a.m. Neon lights, signs on the windows, ATM, coffee, open. The bells on the door ring. Amita enters, sits at the counter. She looks at the menu. Constance enters.
Just one.
She takes a seat a couple stools down from Amita. 9-Ball arrives, nods on the other women, sits. Tammy enters, still scrolling on her phone. Rose comes, still wasted. She tries to play the claw game, but she hasn't put in any money. She finds her way to the counter.
Oh, hello!
Debbie and Kate enter together, taking the two middle seats. They all wear the jewels as they look up and smile. Exterior diner wide, it looks Edward Hopper's Nighthawks, but instead of normal patrons, there are 8 women wearing over $200 million in jewelry. Dissolved to interior Tiffany's vault day, the 2 large security guards carry the box down the hall toward the waiting associate. Angle on the associate's face. As he lifts the lid, he wears a loop. He takes the necklace up in his hand, inspects it under the light, and nearly passes out. Cut to exterior Tiffany's headquarters later. A yellow old-school cab screeches up. John Fraser, late 40s men's warehouse suit from his early trip to the Hackensack outlet, salt of the earth, exits. He inhales, looks around, heads in. Interior Tiffany's conference room later. The Tiffany associates sit down at the table, shaking, giving into the fact that even in his worst nightmares, he could not conjure up the circumstances which he is now experiencing.
So you're certain the necklace in your possession is a pasty?
Yes.
And when did you last see what you believe to be the authentic item?
Last night in Miss Kluger's suite.
Now, Larry. May I call you Larry?
Lawrence?
My experience is sooner or later, people want to be rewarded for their patience. A necklace that's been sitting in a vault for 30 years isn't doing anyone any good. Nobody's seen it. No one even knows what it is. But you know that place, that necklace on a very well-known young lady on an evening where said placement gets lots of play and attention, and all of a sudden, everyone and their mother knows about the necklace. That necklace becomes very famous very quickly, right?
Yes.
And then if that necklace goes missing...
John grabs every daily paper from his bag, throws them on the table. All the headlines are about the necklace.
Well, what else would people talk about? That's a tale of scandal and intrigue that gets people talking and buying. And what they don't know is it's insured for $270 million. So now you're up $250 million. Your name's in everyone's mouth, and you're missing a little necklace that no one has ever seen anyway. You get that publicity and the money?
Are you accusing us?
Merely floating a theory. That's my job. See, if it were me, I'd do it early in the night, get it off our hands quick.
What are you suggesting?
Speculating that it wasn't the real necklace to begin with, that someone swapped it out before it even went on Mrs. Kluger's neck.
I guarantee the necklace on Miss Kluger's neck when she left that hotel was the real one.
So tell me again how you remember it.
Time cut to interior Tiffany's conference room later. John stands in front of 4 massive cloth-covered boards. He has transformed the conference room into ground zero for his investigation.
They put the necklace on me. I did my silly walk. We saw the exhibit. I ate my soup, hurled my guts out. The necklace was gone. Everyone freaked out, and then they found the necklace again.
Fraser takes the clothes off the boards behind him. They reveal Daphne's entire night reconstructed with images from Getty, BuzzFeed, Instagram, paparazzi, and security footage. In most of the images, Klaus is standing right next to her.
Thank you, Miss Kluger. Fortunately, I've been able to trace every step of your night as relying on your memory would be. Well, less dependable considering your level of refreshment. So as you can see in all of this photos, there is a young man standing next to you, Mr. Klaus von Gunther.
He was my date.
Is that his real name?
I have no idea.
German?
Austrian.
601. Was there ever a time when you were alone while you were wearing the necklace?
Daphne locks eyes with him. Flash cut to Daphne and Klaus flashback, passionately making out against a wall in a dark corner of the gallery. Cut to interior conference room, Tiffany's resume.
No.
John looks over the images of Klaus and Daphne. He is touching her neck a lot, as if coveting the necklace. John sits on the edge of the table.
Do you suspect he would have any motivations to take the necklace?
I try not to guess about people's motivations. They tend to show you.
There's a sufficiently vague answer. You know, I have every minute accounted for except five.
Looks down at a sheet of paper on the table.
Well, 4 minutes, 48 seconds to be exact.
I was probably rubbing one out.
They said you were charming. Funnily enough, the unaccounted for minutes do line up with when you were disposed by your sickness.
When I was throwing up.
Was there anyone in the bathroom with you at the time?
My head was at the bottom of a toilet bowl.
How about after?
Lots of people.
I mean in the bathroom.
Don't you have cameras in there?
Sadly, no. Legal thing. Whoever took this necklace is pretty smart and probably a woman. Or someone dressed as such. Or maybe this German fellow. That's a bit of a reach.
He lays out photos of Daphne with Rose, Tammy, and Debbie in the background. They are zoomed in or from the edges of the photos of her. The cobbling together took a long time.
Do you know any of these women?
That's Rose Weil. She designed my gown, which you obviously know. That chick was some type of event planner, I think, and her I've never seen before in my life.
Interior Kate's Theater Day. The team dismantles their headquarters. The replica of the main exhibit still stands in the background. Everyone glances up at the sound of heels clicking against the wood of the stage.
You guys are fun.
She enters stage right and wanders over to a large investigation board.
Wow, it's like everyone watched Homeland and got ideas.
Photos of Klaus and Daphne throughout the night. He seems enamored with the necklace.
Can I keep this?
You're trespassing.
We asked her to come.
Daphne grabs an apple from the table and plops on the couch. All eyes turn to Debbie and Kate.
I realized about a week ago that Miss Kluger
Wasn't a total fucking idiot.
might have gotten a sense of what we were doing.
Tight shot, Crown Victoria flashback. The big guy and the bald guy are parked outside Kate's warehouse. A knuckle wraps on the window. It rolls down to reveal Debbie, who extends a folded note.
Chuck? Victor? Hi. Could you take this to your boss, please? I'd like a word with her.
Interior juice bar. Daphne drinks something green as she reads Deb's note.
And there's some paparazzi outside too, Miss Kluger.
Shh.
Resume warehouse. Rest of the women pay rapt attention.
So we figured the only way this might work was to take her into our confidence.
Daphne takes a huge bite of her Granny Smith.
I even threw up for real.
You were in this the whole time?
Recently.
One take, baby.
And it seemed to us that 8 shares of 130 million are better than 7 shares of nothing. Right?
Wider, it sinks into the whole group. Awkward silence.
Whoa, chilly. Hi, Daph. Welcome to the team. Let's not all high five at once. Plus, I'm the one who's saving your ass from insurance fraud.
Insurance fraud.
Getting to that.
And
It seems that RGI has assigned an investigator who
Is about to look up your ass with a flashlight.
Who's this?
Little Columbo dude, totally onto you. Everything but the trench coat. Do you guys have anything to drink?
Oh, all right, lest we forget this entire enterprise was to keep me out of jail.
Nobody's going to jail. We expected this. We're very prepared. Very prepared.
Looks like it.
We are not going to be the prime suspects.
I'd go to jail with you, Deb.
Well, it's very nice, but
We're the prime suspects.
That German creep who sent her away. Don't you watch any movies like Double Indemnity? These insurance guys are smart. You gotta frame somebody else.
Katie and Deb exchange a look.
Of course you do.
Deb nods. Daphne kicks off her shoes, putting her bare feet on the coffee table.
I know I look like Daphne Kluger, but I only play her in real life. So when do we sell this shit?
Cut to interior Junior Deli, Brooklyn. Deb sits at a table near the back. Saul approaches with a woman.
Renee, this is Deborah. Deborah, this is Renee.
hello. Hello?
Well, hello, darling.
Well, I'll leave you too. Nice going, kid.
Interior President's office stay. Renee meets with the lead appraiser. She's dressed like a waspy Jessica Rabbit. The appraiser wears a loupe, inspects the ring. He is astonished.
Stunning. It may be the most false diamond I've ever seen. This was your mother's.
Left to me after her passing. Renee, the ring is yours. Sappy, really. A Swedish prince gave it to her while she was traveling in Europe as a young woman in exchange for deflowering, we can only assume.
The appraiser smiles, examines it, thinks.
Well, next week's auction is our premier event of the season. It could be hard to take on a single item.
Of course, we're happy to pay the full commission.
He looks up, smiles. Cut to Tammy, lobby. On the phone,
Working like a charm.
quick cuts. Ethel, a similar high-class dowager, sits opposite the same appraiser. She's been weeping.
Parting with something like this is so hard.
I'm sure.
We were on the deck of the Queen Mary, North Atlantic in the moonlight. And then he says, I'd give you those stars if I could. Well,
Marlene, East European, sits on the same chair as he examines a flawless bracelet.
Oh, what does a refugee have? What you can put in your pocket? Take this, my mother said. Now go. So we ran. Istanbul, Vienna, finally London. I put it in a drawer forever, but what's forever?
It's a beautiful piece.
Those are her initials right there.
Diana, older than the others, sits in the same chair staring intently at a diamond ring which gives Elizabeth Taylor's a run for its money. She studies it, trying to summon a recollection. She gives up.
Oh, darling, that's me. I'm so sorry. I just don't remember. I stare at it and I just can't remember. Is it worth something?
The rock is as big as a kumquat.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. I just wish I could remember.
Cut to interior Renee's apartment. The crew of criminally inclined octogenarians celebrate.
That sentence, the crew of criminally inclined octogenarians celebrate. That was fun!
Click! They all touch glasses. Cut to the Hamptons. Klaus is walking around the dunes, staring earnestly out at the horizon, hoping someone is watching him. Unfortunately, Someone is.
Excuse me?
Klaus turns to see the middle-aged man stumbling through the seagrass.
Excuse me?
Interior Hampton's house. They sit in a huge living room looking out at the beauty of a wild beach.
Look, you're going to have to pronounce your name for me, because I just...
Klaus Gunther.
Thank you.
Is that it?
Funny. You're very funny. Really.
Klaus glares. Get on with it. John Fraser opens the folder.
So these are the photographs of you and Mrs. Kluger. As you can see, there are many with your hand on the back of her neck.
I don't really remember where my hands were.
Ah, to be young. That's a day. That's fun. Problem is, there's a missing necklace and a fake in its place, and you're the only one closest to her with the greatest opportunity to.
Why would I want to steal a necklace?
That's what I kept asking myself when you were on the beach. I kept walking around here going, why would this guy who has everything want to steal a necklace?
You were in my house?
The door was open.
Do you have a warrant?
Ha! Gosh, no. I work for an insurance company.
Then I think we're done here.
Pause. Tense silence.
Really?
John Fraser nods. Didn't even finish his coke.
Could you call me a taxi?
Cut to interior classes gallery. He's selling a very abstract piece to a couple from Norway.
Exactly. It's what isn't there. No one understands negative space like... Excuse me. Hello?
It's Daphne.
Oh, hey.
Exterior Hudson River Park, late afternoon. Klaus is sitting on the beach. He's looking down toward the end of the island. Gloats glide by. He fights the sun from far away. Daphne's silhouette approaches from the downriver. She's wearing a black trench coat, clinched at the waist and high heels considering the walk. It would make anyone sit up and take notice. Cut to exterior 7th Avenue night. Neon, car horns, buses. Debbie presses her way out of the subway, fighting through the throng, moving with her through street vendors and tourists, every nut imaginable. She turns into the blinding light of Carnegie Deli. The ding of the door, she glances around. The hostess stands above a basket of mints.
I'm meeting someone.
Moving with her. Debbie goes up 3 booths, sits down.
Hello, John.
Hello, Debbie.
A long pause.
I didn't do this one.
That's what you said in Philly.
I know, but I didn't.
Pickle?
Takes one. Crunchy.
Let's say I knew where part of the necklace was. Hot goods, totally traceable. Could you get a search warrant?
Don't know. Depends on who's got it.
Stop fishing. This is me.
Well, we need probable cause.
Of course.
Cut to interior classes apartment.
Let's play a game.
She's still wearing the trench coat, but it's partially unbuttoned. Her shoes are next to her.
What kind of game?
You know, like a card game.
She leans in, intoxicating. Klaus shudders slightly. Later, cards and underwear are strewn about the bed. Bottles of vodka lie empty. Klaus is in a post-coital coma, the life sucked out of him. He doesn't even know his own name. Interior, Klaus's closet. Daphne, wearing his shirt, looks at his dresser. Pictures of him and his friends, but mainly just him. Closer, all at once, she places a $10,000 bracelet in front of a safari photograph. Klaus shirtless. Daphne positions her iPhone and click. Interior, Carnegie Deli. Deb takes her phone, shows it to John.
This kind of probable cause?
Insert phone. John looks down at the bracelet on Klaus's dresser.
Yeah, that works.
Cut to interior Klaus's apartment the next morning. 10:03 on the digital clock. Sunlight invades the blackout shades. Klaus stirs, looks at the clock, looks across the bed. Daphne's gone. He gets up slowly, needs to pee. Interior bathroom, half a bottle of vodka thunders into the toilet. Klaus stretches, heads into the closet, pauses. His point of view, a note sits on the bracelet and the photograph. Note, XOXOXOXO, heart, Daphne. Tighter bracelet. That's a lot of diamonds. He picks it up, utterly confused. There is a knocking at the front door. It turns to pounding. Exterior Klaus's apartment, police. Lots of them. Cut to interior, 11 a.m. Gavel pounds, murmurs die down.
Lot number 63, the Mining Faust jewels, including a 33.818 D-color internally flawless diamond ring.
Diana, in the audience, looks to her companion.
Is that one mine?
Bidding will begin at 5 million.
Ooh.
5.6 in the front. Do I have 6? Here. Yes, the gentleman in the back. Do I hear 5?
Moving through the audience as paddles rise until we find Debbie perusing the auction catalog. She looks up, smiles as the gavel slams.
Sold for 7.9 million.
As each lot of jewels provided by Ren's crew gets sold.
Sold for 6.7 million. 9.5 million.
Auctioneer, it looks like he needs a cigarette. Cut to interior police station interrogation room. Klaus sits at the plain wooden table, aghast at his surroundings. A detective stands in front of him.
You have no idea how this came to be in your possession.
None.
But you were Miss Kluger's date the night these necklaces were switched.
I was.
Does that strike you as an amazing coincidence?
I think I ought to talk to my lawyer.
I think that's a good idea.
Interior Kate's warehouse, the crew celebrating, everyone is drinking, congratulations all around. Then
I got a question.
Wider. Everyone turns to look at Daphne, who's sitting on a crate, perplexed. She looks down at her iPhone where she's been working on the calculator.
So you sold about 35 million worth of jewelry, right?
Pause. She lowers the phone.
How does everyone get 16 million apiece?
All eyes on Debbie. They can't wait to see what she's gonna do. Okay, why not?
What? Oh, you thought we were just going to steal one necklace.
Interior exhibit. Met flashback. Daphne and Klaus stare at the main hall of the exhibit. Debbie on the other side, staring longingly at them. But she wasn't. Now we know the real object of her affection, the whole exhibit itself.
See, while everyone was worrying about what was around your neck.
Cut to interior bathroom, flashback. Daphne violently vomits into the toilet.
And you were hurling your brains. Thank you for that, by the way.
Of course.
Interior main hall flashback. Entire party escorted into the main hall.
The whole place went into lockdown.
Oh, that's smart.
Cut to interior backstage corridor. Met same. Kate in her chef's uniform pushes a large catering cart.
Then when security made us clear out the kitchen.
On the other end of the catering cart is revealed Debbie putting it down the hall, now wearing a janitor's uniform.
And everybody was watching the entrance.
Interior met just outside the kitchen. The catering cart comes to a stop.
We cleared out too, just like we were told.
Kate crosses around to the front of the catering oven and opens the double doors, revealing Yen, the Chinese acrobat from Ocean's 11. He extends a bright yellow ball gown to her on a hanger.
Did she go? Oh. Why would you
Chelsea?
steal one necklace when you could steal?
Interior warehouse president Debbie crosses to the large industrial fridge and swings open the door, revealing all the jewels from the exhibit.
More.
Holy shit.
See, we didn't just print the Harrington out of that thing. We printed lots of jewels.
Flashback. Kate's loft 2 weeks earlier.
Holy shit!
What? I'm so confused.
Holy bloody shit. What the fuck? Continue, Amy. Holy shit, it's full of jewels.
Flashback. Kate's loft 2 weeks earlier. Devin Amita watches the 3D printer spits out loads of cubic zirconium.
Felt like I worked at Kinko's.
Oh.
Back at the heist, Yen hops up on the catering cart and gives Kate a hand. She climbs on it as well, putting Yen on her shoulders. Debbie holds a cart as Yen pops open a vent, climbing into the ceiling. A moment later, a rope drops down. Resume loft.
How did you do this?
They had 12 minutes and 38 seconds.
Flashback. Anna Winter making her announcement.
We apologize for this interruption, but someone has misplaced a rather expensive item.
Interior air ducts. Yen, Debbie, and Kate crawl through the vent.
Now, when we modified the exhibit, we also changed the background from reflective black to matte black. No big deal, except it was the exact same material our good friend Yen was wearing.
We see Yen hooded from head to toe, black, lowering himself into the exhibit.
So even though he was visible to us from the vent.
From their point of view, the cloaked figure of Yen hangs in space.
He was invisible to the security cameras against the black background.
Nineball watches from the bank of monitors. She sees nothing on the screen. Resume lock. They all sit mesmerized.
But since it would have been bad to see the jewels move, Nineball here helped us customize the cameras.
I just changed the specs a little online.
Angle Yen. He takes an iPhone, snaps a picture of the exhibit, and slides it into a special housing on the front of the security camera. Nineball sees a momentary blur, then the exhibit looking perfectly normal.
Now, all the jewels are weighted, but when you know the piece and the exact carats, it's easy to calculate that weight.
Just a little map.
Kate and Debbie in the vent loop the fishing line Kate brought at the tackle shop over a metal roller with a digital pressure meter. Carefully, they lower the paste into Yen, who deftly shifts the weight from one to the other, restoring the exhibit. It looks like the jewels move on their own. Says we reeled down one, we reeled in an sorry.
So, no, it's fine. So as we reeled down one, we reeled in another.
Debbie in the vent.
I think you did it better.
Place a large bracelet in her hands. First of many. Insert 9ball's monitor. On the monitor, Debbie and Kate begin to wheel their catering cart nonchalantly toward the truck. Resume loft.
I know you all went through a lot to steal that necklace. Thank you.
But without a decoy, we never could have done it.
Interior costume exhibit flashback. Kate and Deb wheel the catering cart away from the exhibit toward exterior loading dock flashback. Kate bangs on the back of a massive truck twice.
Ready.
From the driver's window, a small short-haired woman peeks out. Ethel, the dowager, who sold the first lot of jewels.
All set, dear.
Kate nods. Ethel honks the horn twice as she drives off. Kate still holds her yellow ball gown. Interior, Kate's warehouse present. Debbie motions all of them a job well done.
Let's just assume this is a subway car, like the trailer in the photos.
Right.
Is she?
We wait. Did Tammy go yet?
Not quite.
Thanks, Tam. Right. Marcella, Tammy here is recruiting friends to help us do that.
Cut to interior auction house, Zurich Day. Ruben sits in the audience eating a pretzel with mustard.
The collection is sold to the gentleman in the front for $38 million.
Ruben looks at the German buyer, demonstrating the restrained joy of acquisition. Ruben wipes his mouth, rises, walks out. Pre-lap gavel slamming. Cut to interior auction house, Shanghai Day. The auctioneer stands before a group of bidders, some video conference in, projecting to a wall. Some bidders, representing in person, hold phones to their ears.
So, the other one on the left.
Linus leans against the wall in the back of the room, remaining inconspicuous. Cut to exterior Providence, Cape Town Day. Basher emerges. He puts on his sunglasses. SF special effects. The gavel slams. Interior Moscow evening. Another gavel. Saul Bloom pets a cat seated on his lap. Smiles. Cut to exterior 7th Avenue subway stop, Greenwich Village Day. Debbie stands at the entrance of the subway talking to Tammy. Tammy has a slightly spent quality of someone who has recently been emotional.
I'm in for the next one. You know that.
Of course.
And if you get back to New York, maybe we could.
This is better. We talked about it. Little League.
Yeah. I wrote you a letter, but every time I read it, it just sounded so lame. So here.
Tammy hands a lucid replica of the Statue of Liberty from the 3D printer.
Thanks.
Thanks for this.
She pats the black messenger bag hanging from her shoulder. It obviously contains her cut.
Well,
she goes to hug Tammy, who tries to lean in, but Deb gives her the cheek.
Right.
Interior subway station. Deb pushes through the turnstile and moved up to the track, waiting for the one. She heads all the way up down the platform toward the far end, waiting for the last car. It arrives, whizzing into the station with a blur. Train comes to a rest, and Deb moves through the last set of doors into the subway car. Interior subway, seated in various positions around the car, the rest of her crew, Kate, Rose, 9ball, Constance, Amita, each of them has a black canvas messenger bag. Deb sits near Kate. None of them make eye contact. The train moves. A panhandler signs, "Lucy in the sky with diamonds." Everyone stares straight ahead. The train slows again. Coming to a stop, Amita gets up to leave. Gives Deb a wink. Doors shut. Subway starts again. Time lapse. With each locked off dissolve, another member of the team disappears.
There are now 6, then 5, over 3, blah, 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 blah. And then finally,
I'm really going to miss you. Sorry.
nods Rose quickly, remembers her cover, exits the subway. They smile, and finally, only Debbie and Kate remain. Alone in the subway, they ride for a while in silence.
14th Street transfer to NQR, 7th and S trains.
Okay, then.
Okay.
Kate rises, starts to cross past her.
Hang on.
Kate turns, cut to Las Vegas Strip, and its surrealistic glory. Caesar's Palace pool. Kate and Debbie lie side by side on a chaise lounge in a cabana.
That's incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But good, right?
Kate closed her eyes as well. The end.
Okay. I'm sorry, I feel like my intonation was really weird on a lot of this. This was like a different movie.
It was not completely different, but it was a very different than what you actually saw on screens, which is amazing. And one of the reasons I like doing this, I don't always, I'll look through and see characters for casting, but I won't actually read through them because it's fun with surprises. If anybody has seen any of my other, there's been some crap that's been way out of left field. Indiana Jones and like Raiders of the Ark comes to mind.
Wait till you see what about Bob and Bill and Ted?
To our minds, we were like, what? So, anyway, thank you for watching, folks. Until next time.